Hi there YouTube friends, welcome back to another episode of Auntie A's Kitchen. Simple and delicious food cooked here in South Korea using South Korean ingredients. If you're new to this channel, hi, 안녕하세요. Welcome to all of the new subscribers and happy 2020. Today I'm going to be sharing a recipe with you, Streusel Blueberry Muffins. Now a blueberry muffin on its own is absolutely wonderful, but we're in the new year so we're going to take this muffin to another level. I'm going to be putting a streusel crumble on top of the muffin, so you're going to have this crunchy, crumble-like cinnamon flavor, and then inside we're going to have a muffin packed full of blueberries with the combination of some lemon zest. It is soft and moist. It is a delightful muffin to have. Real refreshing. You could have it for breakfast or an afternoon snack with a cup of tea. This is a perfect recipe to share with your friends and family. It's easy to make, so let me show you today how we make streusel blueberry muffins. The first thing I get on with making is the crunchy streusel topping. All of the measurements and ingredients for today can be found in the description below. Some flour, a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, as I really want this flavour to come out in the crumble, and some light brown sugar. You could use regular white sugar, but I think the brown sugar adds some extra crunch. The last ingredient, some cold butter that I've cut up, as this will make it easier to mix and make our streusel mixture. Using your fingers, combine all of the ingredients together until you have a breadcrumb consistency. I then put this in the fridge to keep cold until I'm ready to use it. At this stage, turn on your oven and get it preheating 200°C. For the blueberry muffins, we will put together our dry ingredients first. Our flour and baking powder, the zest of 1 lemon. This flavour brings a lovely refreshing kick to the muffin. As an alternate flavour combination, you could also use orange zest. Pinch of salt and then mix this in. I almost forgot a little sugar. I try not to use too much and allow the fruit to bring the natural sweetness. Plus we have the streusel on top, so we don't need much added sugar at all. Next we can get on with preparing our wet ingredients, an egg and some vanilla essence. You could also use vanilla powder. I get the essence from iHerb. For this recipe today, I use oil instead of butter, as this will help our muffins be extra light and fluffy. I measure out some canola oil, then to this I add my beaten egg and top up with some milk. I add my wet mix to the dry and mix together with a wooden spoon. You should end up with quite a thick batter, but this will loosen when we add the blueberries. There are many ways to do this next stage, just use what you have available. I'm using a Yorkshire pudding tray with paper muffin cups, as I find this is the easiest way to remove the individual muffins when cooked. You could also line your tray with baking paper. I personally can't stand a muffin with only a few blueberries, so you will find that this recipe today uses a generous amount of blueberries, so your muffins will be bursting with goodness. Today I'm using frozen, but you could also use fresh when in season. Then mix your blueberries into your mixture. The thick mixture will ensure that the blueberries don't all sink to the bottom when cooking. I like to use an ice cream scoop to ensure that I have equal amounts of mixture in each of the muffin cases, but if you don't have one, then just use 2 spoons. The last stage is to add our streusel topping to each muffin. I start with a spoonful and then afterwards I go back and add a little bit more to each muffin. These then go into your preheated oven for between 20 and 25 minutes until golden brown on top. You know when they are ready if you take a wooden toothpick and stick it inside, it comes out with no mixture on it. Then all that's left to do is let them cool. After about 5 minutes, I remove them from the tray so that I can then put my second batch of blueberry muffins into the oven. For those of you watching in Korea, IKEA now sells blueberry muffin tray and paper cups, and in fact I'm using their paper cups in my second batch and they work really well because they have a high side. They hold all of the streusel really well. A quick tip for you, this is an optional extra, but I noticed on my second batch that there aren't as many blueberries inside of the mixture, so I quickly add a few on top of each of the muffins before I add my streusel mixture and then get this into the oven for baking. In my oven on the middle shelf, I find that the blueberry muffins take 25 minutes to cook until golden brown on the outside and perfectly cooked inside. So here we have delicious and simple to make streusel blueberry muffins. Cinnamon crunchy streusel with a soft, light and fluffy inside full of blueberries with the added flavour of some lemon zest. They really are delightful to eat. As I always say, please go make these for your friends and family, as I know they will love eating them. I've made these for several of my Korean friends and they all say they are absolutely delicious. Thanks for watching today. Really appreciate your support. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and share these recipes with your friends. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, have a blessed week. Stay warm. It's cold in Korea at the moment. God bless. Chop Canada.